Supply risk is defined as the probability of an incident or failure due to the unavailability of necessary material to complete orders. Due to the interconnectedness of supply chain, failure of one firm not only affects its own performance, but it also impacts firms in both upstream and downstream of the supply chain. Nothing best explains this but KFC's recent chicken shortage. The supply chain between KFC and DHL came together on 13th February. While DHL operates a physical warehouse in Rugby, Quick Service Logistics (QSL) assists DHL with the use of its software for crucial demand planning and stock management with dedicated IT solutions. So the big question arises as to why did KFC choose to leave Bidwest and partner up with DHL? First reason was a cost-cutting measure. According to Virginia Spiegler, a senior lecturer at the University of Kent, the decision was made to decrease logistics service expenses as KFC dropped from a supply system based on 6 warehouses run by Bidwest to a system of 1 distribution center in Rugby run by DHL, thus lowering not only labor costs but also operational costs. Another reason was to improve space utilization as DHL and QSL plan to maximize the operation of the warehouse and keep inventory visible with the help of the latter's planning software. This was to be done by carefully analyzing KFC's inventory and eliminating excess space by moving from 6 warehouses to 1. The location was also an advantage as DHL's depot is located in the Golden Triangle, which includes cities in the Midlands. With DHL's depot in Rugby, this gives them the advantage of delivering products overnight anywhere and to anyone in the entire UK. This has been the way supermarkets like Marks and Spencer and Tesco have been operating from their warehouses in Daventry for many years. KFC faced risks in information and physical subchains. The former, by definition, is the process of data and information movement, while the latter is the actual flow of products and services within and between the firms in the supply chain. On 13th February, KFC tested the system software, but one of KFC's spokesmen mentioned that they had a teething problem, which was then later declared as an operational issue, which is the issue faced in inventory, production planning, and transportation management. The next day, there were 2 accidents that happened right after the other in the warehouse vicinity, which caused a traffic congestion as soon as the trucks departed from the warehouse, disrupting the flow of supply. Based on our research, we found the key challenge to be cost cutting versus quality for KFC. DHL's failed delivery led to an unexpected supply drop of KFC's chicken, which is followed by gravy shortage and interruption in its operations, thus causing a disruption in the upstream supply chain, which led to a rippling effect as KFC failed to fulfill orders and incurred higher operational costs compared to a downstream disruption. This led to incomplete menus being offered and closure of 70% of their restaurants, and resulting to a loss of almost £1 million a day, which clearly failed to cut costs.
DHL is in charge of storing all food ingredients in their warehouse, packaging them and distributing them to KFC restaurants across the UK. The supply chain disruption in this case happened at the stage of distribution. In the case of KFC supply chain, chicken has a high profit impact and high supply chain risk to KFC, which can then be categorized as strategic items in the quality matrix. One of the supply chain strategies for strategic items is to develop a long-term and collaborative relationship with the supplier through communication. Firstly, face-to-face communication is crucial for building trust between the company and the distributor. It can create a trust-filled environment and reduce non-cooperative behavior. Information sharing is one of the major means to enhance supply chain performance and can also be exploited into effective decision-making. Integrating information system enables companies to provide accurate information in a timely manner. Therefore, it can shorten the time needed for companies to tackle supply chain disruptions.
Another suggestion is to create contingency plans, which should be created during the formation of a supply chain with the use of stress testing. One of the common contingency plans is reserve capacity. In this case, it can be done by increasing warehouses in the Golden Triangle area as previously mentioned. The trade-offs should be considered in the assessment of solutions. Contingency planning and risk assessment require time and higher costs to ensure order. Delayed and distorted information may lead to decrease in quality, while it can also lead to severe supply chain loss. Information sharing system could expose KFC to the danger of cyber attacks, which might leak information and possibly damage their reputation. Symmetric information by increasing the level of information sharing will cause the loss of KFC's bargaining power. Due to significant loss led by the failure of distribution at KFC, better communication and contingency plans are recommended to improve the ability to deal with supply chain disruptions in the future. However, the trade-offs come along with the solutions, and hence they should be taken into consideration during this decision-making process.